Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we're going to be doing our December budget. It is already basically the middle of the month and you guys, I did not finish November either. This year has just been so, oh my gosh, for our budget, I have not been on top of it. It feels very odd for me. I think the biggest reason is just change in general. So it's been a lot of change. You guys might know we had our first baby, so it was a lot of unexpected budgets, and we still have medical bills to pay that are still pending. So, but enough of that. It's okay. The year's almost over. So new year, new start. Definitely going to make it a huge goal for 2023. We are going to be budgeting for this month, and I will be having a video coming up, whether it's today or tomorrow. That's really exciting. I had so much fun filming, but it is going to be my 2023 budget planner setup. And I have so many different spreads that I just want to go through with you guys. I am so excited to show you guys. And that little flippy that you guys just saw, it's definitely a lot of spreads. It's could be a bit much, but for me, it makes me very excited. The only way for me to really stay on top of my budget is to be excited about it, kind of borderline obsessed with it. But yeah, so that's kind of why I have so many spreads, but I definitely talk about it more in that video. So stay tuned. That video is so stinking long, but I really hope that you guys will enjoy that. This video is also going to be long because I will be setting up my monthly view as well in these videos. And for the month of December and the month of January, these videos are going to be really stinking long because I'm going to try to go in depth because I'm going to be restarting my numbers and everything like that in a sense, and I want to do it step by step with you guys because I know that the way I budget can be like kind of confusing. So I want to do everything with you guys. But yeah, so we have December with us in front of us. This is my Erin Condren planner. This is the monthly planner. This is in bloom, or I forgot which one it was. Floral. It was the flowery neutral one. And I have my December budget kit with me. So let's talk about this first. We have our December budget. This is the December budget, the weekly check-in, weekly balance, sinking funds transaction log, savings tracker, and variable income. I have all of these with me, and of course, as usually, we'll set up these spreads together, and then these two will be in a different video. Then I will also be setting up the month with you guys. So I have the whole entire monthly kit here with all 7 sheets, and I actually have a dashboard. I'm going to be playing with this. This is not in the shop yet. I'm going to make sure I really like this, and then most likely this will be added to the shop for the month of January and February for the new releases. And I'm going to try to get the plum paper 7x9 format out for the dashboard and for the monthly kit. We'll get there. We will get there. So let's go ahead and set up our December budget. First, I want to say that I am going to be switching to zero-based budgeting. I used to do zero-based budgeting for like ever, but when I started doing YouTube videos, I think I was really shy of kind of giving an estimate of our income. I don't know why, because like nobody really knows about this YouTube channel that knows me in person, so I'm not sure why. I don't know, it's just like a weird thing, you know, you put your personal information out there. I'm still trying to like figure out how to like kind of be more personable on YouTube too. I cut out a lot of stuff, guys. You guys don't even know. When I have a lot of energy, I talk nonstop, and I cut out a lot of stuff because I talk a lot. Okay, so, but I will be doing the zero-based budget, and I will be putting that amount in here. And the main reason why I want to do this is, one, because for 2023, I am going to be, let me actually start laying this down while I talk. But for 2023, I am 100% planning on saving. Like 2023 is going to be the year of saving for us, because 2022, we sucked. We really sucked at saving this year, and it's really sad. I try not to dwell on it for too long. but that is why 2023 I want to save. And because of that, I want to go back to zero-based budgeting. And I also think not only will it help me with that, but it'll also help me kind of explain to you guys and give you guys like a number to estimate on. That is why. And this is the month that I'm going to just start. Even though it's not 2023 yet, I might as well just start now for the new year, especially because there's just been so many fails previous months. But right now I'm setting up our variable income. In our variable income, I am going to just like, am I going to fill it out? I think I will fill it out because I'm going to give you guys an amount and I'm going to give you guys like an estimate of what it'll look like. 1, 2, I don't know. Let me just put it like right here. I don't really have like a number on here because we don't really have any other income. Because you guys might know that I do have an Etsy shop. Let's not talk about that. This is not that video for that topic, but we're gonna go ahead and continue on. This is the variable income. This is the spread that I use to put all of our different incomes for the month. And for right now, it's all of our paychecks. So for December, we have 5 paychecks, which is lovely. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down all 5 paychecks. I will fill this out with you guys after I do the December budget. I feel like it will make more sense that way. So we're going to go ahead and now jump into the December budget. And let's see here. I feel like I had a lot to talk about. I don't know where my words went. It's right now, it's really late right now. I think it's like 1 a.m. I've been trying to film these videos all week and all day. All day today, I've been determined, but my child has been very fussy today. So I've been trying since like 11 a.m., but it just hasn't been working out. I finally finished my 2023 budget planner setup. Yeah, it's been a long day, but I feel really good because I am caffeinated with a whole bunch of tea. And I'm probably gonna crash. I'm the type of person that crashes really hard after drinking caffeine, but when, oops, I dropped my ruler. But when I get there, I'll get there. So we're gonna put this little washi just to split this up. Let me actually fill this out. You guys might know that my budget every single month is just the same. The categories are the same. The numbers are always the same. That's kind of why for this video, I wanted to try to change it up and, oh my God. Oh dear Lord. Okay, so, okay, I wanted to change it up and start doing the monthly calendar with you guys too. And I don't know if that will make it different or more interesting, but let's see how this goes. This is quite the change of energy, I might say, because I know the last several videos I've been kind of like a zombie, just monotone and just tired. Maybe sad, but definitely tired. And this feels very different for me. Hopefully these videos, I tend to have to edit a lot out, so let's see how hard of a time I give myself. Okay, I got my ruler back. We have general and then variable. You know, the best variable is when you get tax returns, but this is not the month for that. There's most likely going to be 0 in variable. But let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and explain. So for general is our estimated amount. So for the estimate for this month, it is going to be $5,200 and no variable. We have $5,200 again. In the actual, in the variance, this part I'm not going to share. I'm going to keep the difference private because I do want to still keep our income, like the actual amount, private, if that makes sense. So this is the number that we're budgeting for ourselves. I was thinking about doing it like maybe a little more, maybe a little less, whatever number. It's just essentially whatever amount that we get per month. I decided that $5,200 is a good amount to budget. I was debating on changing it to $5,000 just to really push ourselves and cut another $200 out, but I think this is a good start. and then maybe sometime next year I'll cut it down to 5,000. I'm not really sure. You guys, when you see my budget planner set up, you guys will see the different spreads, because I am planning on doing like kind of consolidated amounts quarterly. So I have time to change this and let's see how this goes. 5,200, zero base balance, whatever the difference is. Let's say it's a couple $100 more or 5 cents more or whatever it is. I'm going to put that difference straight into our long-term savings account. If you guys have watched previous budget videos, you guys will know I always talk about the video I'll link below, which talks about all of our accounts. I'm realizing this video is going to be very long because I do plan on balancing out these accounts with you guys on camera, because I haven't budgeted in a couple of weeks now. So it's a lot of inconsistent amounts. So I want to show you guys how I fix that from a failed month or from inconsistent budgeting. I want to be able to show you guys how I fix that, because we are cashless budgeters and everything is on our credit cards. But we're going to go ahead and finish this up first. So next we have variable, which is the same 5 categories as always, which is eating out, groceries, gas, allowance, and pups. Same budget as always too. We have 300 for eating out, 400 for gas. I think I'm changing this up. For gas, I'm going to put 100 instead, since we haven't been traveling like that. Allowance will keep at 100, and then pups will change to 100. Let's see how this goes for December. I might end up changing this back, but let's just see how it goes for December. So let's go ahead and put this closing amount, and we're going to just put the total. The total for this, 300 plus 400 plus 100, 100, 100. This equals 1,000 that we have for our monthly categories. And if I were to have cash envelopes, these would be my cash envelopes for the month and every single month. This is just what works for us, and this just never changes, honestly. I don't know why I decided to do the lines already, because I usually wait. I'm having deja vu right now. Let me actually just set up my app with you guys right now. So in that same video that I talk about our little categories here, I also talk about the apps that we like to use. So one of them is the daily budget, the other one is the multi-budget. This is the multi-budget. This is kind of what it looks like for last month. This is not even accurate. I have not updated this in I don't even know how long. Let's go ahead and just fix this real quick. Let's clear the budget, save. Let's just add this real quick. It is in the middle of December. Normally that means I should definitely have like a lot left over, hopefully, but it's okay. It's not too late. I don't think it's too late to budget for us. So let's do eating out. We'll do food. Oh, just kidding. Groceries. Oops. That happens every single time I clear everything out. Let's do gas. We have pups. No, let's do allowance. Allowance. Allow wave. Allow vents. And then pups. Oh my gosh, guys, I think I have to go to sleep after this video, because hopefully I'm not embarrassing myself right now. But that is what these categories look like. And let's go ahead and add it. Eating out, we have 300. Groceries, we have 400. Allowance, the rest of these are 100. So 100, 100, 100. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I don't like that it says negative, so like I always just put them out. This is probably just me being weird, but I just don't like that there's a negative up there. Anyway, so now you guys can see it reflects 1,000, 1,000. Dustin spent $22 to get wings for me to make in the air fryer, so I know that was $22, but that's kind of what I use this for. So groceries, $22. you guys see that it deducted. So now it's $378 left over. This is kind of what I fill in along with the other app, but this is one of the apps that I fill in when we spend money from whatever category. The reason why I do this is because since we don't use cash, I don't have the physical envelope with me to be able to count how much is left over. So there's a lot of times I just forget how much is left over. So I don't know if we have enough or not. So I have this app that I can just go in, check to see how much is left over. And it's just easy for me. I a lot of times don't even carry like a purse, a wallet or anything, but I always have my phone. So that is why I don't use like a notepad or anything either. But that is the app that is now set up for the month. Now let's move on to the fixed categories. And I will fill this out later because I honestly have no idea how much I'm putting in sinking funds. So we'll have to fill this out later, alligator. And now let's get another washi. I only have one washi on this, so I'm gonna have to steal it from one of these sheets. The weekly check-ins, I only use one thin washi for these, so that's why I always take it from these every single month. But let's go ahead and put that one. Okay. All right, so moving forward, let's do the next one. So we have our variable estimate. These are for our bills. The section down here is for our variable and fixed bills. I always, ever since I separated out the bills, it's just been so nice because I know this section down here, I cannot adjust the amounts because of course we need to be able to pay for our bills. So it's not like if I'm like, hey, I want to spend an extra 100 from somewhere, I can't take it out of any of the categories down here because these are all of the bills. So for our variable bills, the first one we have is utilities, gas. This one comes out of credit card, and I will explain why it matters because some of these I don't have come out of credit card and some of them I do. And then we have a utilities electric. Then we have mobile, and we have a holder. Let me just close this off. The reason why I have a holder, and I do apologize if I always repeat that, but sometimes I just like worry that like if I don't say it and then if someone new is watching, they're like, what the heck is that? That's kind of why I always explain it. But I think because this month and next month, I'm gonna try to go more in depth. I'll probably be referring to December and January's budget with me a lot. But so for gas, we're estimating at $70. For electric, we're estimating at $110. Mobile, we're estimating at $180. And then our holder, we have $9.91 in there. The total of all of this added together equals $369.91. You guys will see why I have this holder in there in a second, but that is what all the estimates are. I actually have the actual amounts in here, but I have to go grab them from my husband whenever it is that he wakes up because like it is late at night. But let's go ahead and move on to our fixed amount. Fixed amount, first one we have is mortgage. These amounts just never changed. That's why they are in my fixed section over here, because no matter what, these amounts will be what they are. Then we have internet. Internet comes out of credit card. This one is $79.99. Next we have student loan A and student loan D for both mine and Dustin's. Student loans are currently paused, so I honestly take out the funds like we are paying for it just because I like to still keep them in my budget since they're just paused, but it's not like they're gone, you know. But when I take out the money, I just put it into savings. The long-term savings, not the short-term savings. I put it in the long-term savings, but that's where that money goes. Netflix comes out of credit card. Spotify comes out of credit card. And then we have HOA and HBO. HBO comes out of credit card as well. And then HOA is $80.66. HBO is $15.89. So the total of all of these fixed bills equals to $2,780.09. And then if we add together the total for all of the fixed bills plus the total for all of the variable bills. The estimate that we need for all bills equals to $3,150. And I also like to put the actual amount at the end of the month. So without that holder of $9.91, this total plus this total would not equal an even number. That is the main reason why I have a holder there, because if I didn't have the holder, this will equal to like $31.40 in some cents. That is why. It's just because of a personal preference. I just like having an even number because it's easy to remember when it's an easy number, but you definitely don't have to have this category like I do. I just like to because I'm just particular that way. But this is how much we need for all of the bills for the month of December, which is $31.50. Now I'm going to put these deco pieces all around. So for the estimated income, this $5,200 comes from all of our income from November. So I know that sounds weird. So that is actually how we budget a month ahead. So I believe it was for like one of the years I wanted to just be ahead for the month because I didn't really like waiting for the paycheck to come to pay whatever bill it was. I really enjoyed having all of the funds at the beginning of the month ready to go, ready to be calculated, just there. So we have the $5,200 already there. Essentially, one of the years previously, it was a mixture of savings plus what we got from tax returns. Those funds, I decided to just start the next month with. And then all of the funds that came in for that specific month is for the following month. So all of our income for all 4 paychecks that we got in November is our budget for December. So now we're in December and we currently have 5 paychecks coming. All 5 of these paychecks is going to be our new budget for January. That is why we are a month ahead of everything, and that's why we always have the funds at the beginning of the month, because we're using the funds that came in previously. And all of those paychecks that do come in, we put it in our short-term savings account. So we have our short-term savings account. So every time we get paid, me and my husband, when we get paid, we transfer a given amount over to our short-term savings account. We keep a bit for ourselves so we can like treat each other out or buy something nice for whatever it is. But we transfer a given amount over to our short-term savings for me to budget the following month. So every single paycheck in November, we transferred a given amount to short-term savings. We don't touch those funds until the following month. Now, let's actually talk about our checking accounts right now. We're gonna just balance this out. We're just gonna go ahead and do this now because my flow for this video is obviously a mess right now anyway. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So I'm gonna give you guys the numbers for all 3 of these accounts except for my long-term savings because I want to keep this private. Our long-term savings, this is with a completely different institution. This is with Ally. And for this account, we never touch it. It's for like all of our different big budget expenses. This is normally where we would store our emergency funds, kind of the categories that we have for our savings. But let's talk about our short-term savings in these 2 checking accounts. So currently in my second checking account, we have $4,055.84 inside of this. And I'm doing sticky notes because we're going to be like changing these numbers up all the time. But that is what is in our second checking account. This second checking account is what we use to fund all of our categories. So for our monthly budget categories, which are these 5 categories, for eating out, groceries, gas, allowance, pups. For our bills, which is this section down here, the total is $31.50. And then also for our sinking funds, which we will be setting up in a different video. So that is what everything is in here. This is not the right number, so we will have to calculate this together. So next we have our primary checking account. In this checking account, we have $193.42. This should not be right. Like we owe a good amount of money on our credit card because last month was just a hot mess. So we have to fix this. because this checking account is what we use to pay for a credit card. It's for like any spent money checks, because you guys might know paying a credit card, it takes a couple of business days. If you write out a check, it takes like whenever it is that person cashes it or deposits it. Like, this is a category that I put all the money that we technically spent in, that I'm pending for whatever bank to take out or whatever person to take out. It's just easy for me to imagine this account as money that's already gone. I used to have it all in one checking account, but I used to get so confused as to like, when we paid this credit card, did they take it out yet? I don't remember. And then I'll calculate funds that are not there anymore, and it just threw off my budgeting a lot. So anything that's in here, I basically just pretend that that money's already gone, so it doesn't mess with my budgeting. And then in our short-term savings, currently we have quite the chunk because it is a new month already and we already got 2 additional paychecks. So in here we have $9,950.18. And this is kind of what the numbers look like when I'm a month ahead. So that's why it looks like it's a lot, but this will disappear very quickly, I guarantee you. Now let's go ahead and calculate these amounts. So far what we have budgeted is we have $5,200. We're doing the zero base, so we're going to zero down this amount. So $5,200 minus, we need $1,000 for our monthly budget categories. That minus $3,150 for all of our bills equals a remaining amount of $1,050. We have an extra $1,050 from our zero base to put towards sinking funds and for Ally. I'm going to make it very simple and put sinking funds. And for this month, I'm literally just going to put $50 for Ally and then $1,000 for sinking funds. So $1,000 plus $50, the total for our fixed expenses is going to be $1,050. $1,000 will go to sinking funds. I'll do a sinking funds video with you guys to see how I distribute that into the different categories. For Ally, I will go ahead and just transfer $50 over to our long-term savings. And then that's basically budgeted out. So we have $1,050 plus $1,000 plus $3,150. That equals the full $5,200. So we are now zeroed out for our income for the month of December. Now to categorize everything. Essentially, this has to reflect that amount in here. So we're gonna go ahead and just flip back to our November, our previous month sinking funds. The total amount that we ended with was $3,411. So that means in our sinking funds, from the end of November, we should have $3,411 that we ended the month of November with. Now for the month of December, we're adding funds. We're adding for sinking funds $1,000. Oops. So that means in our sinking funds, we should currently have $4,411 in there for sinking funds. Then let's actually just calculate real quick. Monthly budget is these categories. That's $1,000 we're starting the month with. And then for bills, we are starting with $3,150. And that is what we just budgeted. The $1,000, the $3,150, the $1,000 plus what we ended November with, since those funds are still in there. That means the new amount after we add these all together, we should have $1,000 plus $3,150 plus 4,411. That means in our second checking account, our reserve account, we should have $8,561. This is what we should have in there, but currently we have this amount. So this is wrong. We need to change that, but I'm going to just leave it as the current amount right now. Okay, so now to like fix it. So right now we have this amount, but we need to have the amount that we budgeted for, which means we need to transfer the difference. That means 85.61 minus the 40.55.84. That is a difference of 45.05.16. We have to transfer this from our short-term savings to our second checking account so it can equal this amount, because right now we only have 4,000 in there. But we need 85.61 to start the month's budget, because this amount is those three categories combined. So let's go ahead and transfer. I'm going to transfer this. I'll be right back. All right, so I transferred that amount. Now this is correct. So now this new amount is 6,000. Just kidding. Haha, that's not 6,000. Is $5,445.02. That is because we just transferred the 45.05.16 to our second checking account. So of course this is now less that amount. And now this is our new short-term savings account amount. Next month will be the month that is more accurate on what I do every single month. The reason why this month is so weird is because in the month of November I failed to budget. That is why we have to fix and kind of balance out the accounts, because the accounts are not accurate right now. That is why I have to do all these extra things to fix it, because November I haven't been budgeting the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I think. So that is why I have to fix these amounts. This is now good because all of these amounts equals to this. So we are good to go. And this is going to stay exactly how it is right now. None of the funds are going to be taken out unless bills come out. But this I'll explain in our first week's check-in. So our first week's check-in video, we'll talk about this more. I think from now on, I'm going to start incorporating these sticky notes with the amounts, just so it's easier to see it. At least for the next few months, I'm going to be doing this. But now let's go ahead and continue with the rest of it. We still have to balance out a good amount of stuff because, for example, we've been spending money on our credit card and I have not been budgeting it all out. So we have to do that first. So the next step I'm going to do is go and see how much we owe on our credit card. So right now on our credit card, we owe $3,397.24. The biggest reason why it's so much is because I somewhat lost my mind last month and I went on a spending spree. We bought a deep freezer so I can freeze Beanie's milk. We also bought Beanie some mats. We bought some organization stuff. I don't know what I went through last month, but I kind of had a mental ups and downs, and I think I did a bunch of retail therapy. It happens. This amount we owe on our credit card. Nothing else is pending. No other credit cards are pending. So this amount is actually good to go in there too. So since we owe $3,097.24, that minus the $193.42, since this is money in there that we can pay for the credit card. That means after we transfer this to pay the credit card, we still have a remaining amount of $32.03.82. But that means the difference we have to transfer is $3,203.82. So let's go ahead and transfer this $32.03.82. We're going to transfer it over from our short-term savings account over to our primary checking because we need to pay that credit card. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer it real quick. Alrighty, so now that we did the transfer, that means this new amount in this checking account is now that $33.97.24, and that is the amount that we need to pay our credit card. So that is now correct. So that is how much is in our primary checking. Whoops. Now this is no longer correct because we transferred that amount. The new amount that we have in short-term savings is $2,241.20. So that is the current amount in all three of these accounts, and that is what it is. This is going to change because we're paying for our credit card. So this is, I'm probably just going to just remove this because we're going to be paying for a credit card. I'm just going to take this off because this is going to be gone, because in, what is today, Monday, I'm going to be paying it now. I'm assuming by Wednesday that will be zeroed out because that money is going to the credit card. But these two will stay what they are now. As we get more paychecks, those funds will get transferred over to this, but we're going to talk about this later. Next month for January, when we go through this again, it's going to be a lot more simple because we are doing a zero-based budget. So straight from the bat, we're going to transfer $5,200 from short terms to our checking account. But right now, there's no point of explaining it because it's not going to really make sense since I can't really show you guys visually. But next month, I'll be able to really show you guys since it's going to be real numbers. Now we can continue. This video is already probably so long. Okay, so for each paycheck, we are expecting $1,300. And this is the amount we're going to roll with, just so I can give you guys a number. So technically, the total of all these combined is $6,500. That is because we have an extra paycheck. Unfortunately, this is not gonna be true because our money was a hot mess from last month. So since we had to fix them out, we're already in the negatives right now. Because you guys know we already got 2 paychecks so far for the month. So technically, 1,300 plus 1,300, it should have already been $2,600. This is only $2,241. This should be $2,600, but it is not. But that is fine that it's not. So I do want to just put these little circles down here and kind of write that in there. So let me just write that in there so I can remember to go over it with you guys. So I just wrote that in here that by second paycheck, savings is $2,241.20. It should be $2,600, but it's not because we have to correct the accounts. This is kind of what I use to notate different changes. That's fine. I'm just gonna be happy that the month of December we have an extra paycheck. So I think I'm just gonna I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. We'll talk about it in January. But let's go ahead and just move forward. We're going to set up our savings accounts. And our savings tracker here. I really want to edit this video to get it up for tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday. I really hope I can. I'm going to try to, but the rate of this video is going, it's like, I didn't realize that these videos would take so long to film. I had an idea because I would be going in depth, but this is definitely a bit time consuming. Okay. And my eyes are so dry right now. My eyes are so dry right now. Okay, so we have our savings. We're going to set this up exactly like we did previous months. I think I'm actually going to skip this savings tracker part and fill this out off camera because it's exactly the same as last month with no changes. And I want to move on and do the monthly view with you guys. Last month I did go in depth for this savings tracker, so we'll go ahead and just continue on since there's no changes this month anyway. Okay, that sheet is done, and these 2 remaining dots on the other one I'm just gonna put down. This last money bag, I don't, every single month I feel like I move it around. And this line's so crooked. Okay, so I just did the lines real quick. I'm going to fill this out off camera, but it is really just going to look exactly the same as the previous month. As you see, I didn't fill it out because I failed in November, but this is what it's going to look like here. We're going to go ahead and move on to our monthly view. Okay, I have one more sticker for this, so I'll save that. For our monthly view, I have all 7 sheets. So we have the monthly calendar, which are these 2 sheets. Then I have all of the add-ons. I have the bills, and this one's a oops because these are all chopped off. The dollar bills are all chopped off. But I have the bill dues, I have the none spent stickers, and then I have all 4 colorways here. And I also have the dashboard that I'm going to be playing with. So let's go ahead and do this first. I'm going to lay down the top parts for these ones first. Let's see here. Okay, that is for December. Oh my gosh, I am so hungry right now. Did I not eat dinner? I ate dinner. I'm so hungry right now, guys. I'll probably eat something while I edit this video. Okay, there we go. So I got that top part down. It's a tiny bit crooked, but I really don't want to fix it right now. So we're gonna move forward to the bottom washi. I think I'm gonna put this one at the bottom. Okay, that's perfect. Then the other side. There's 4 thin washis on here, but I think I just want to do this one. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, and then I have these washis as well, but I also have these date dots, and I have the ones to cover the month. So I think I'm going to play with this. Will this? Let's see what this looks like if I put this here. Is this long enough? It's not long enough, but maybe I can center it. Let me see what this looks like if I do this. Do I like that? I think I like that. And I think for this one, I'm going to break this up into sections. I like that. Okay, we're going to keep that. Let me put down these stickers here. I don't put paydays in here since I have that in my other 27th. Since I have that in my other planner. 28, 29. And this one's more so just for my budgeting, but I do just have those there just in case you guys like to use them. But I will be right back after I put all these date dots down. Okay, so those date dots are now all done. I do have some dots left over, but those will be on the side. I have this stripped. Now, let's see. This is what my monthly view is looking like so far. I do want to decide on the colors. What colors do I want to do? I want to incorporate all 4 of these because it's, you know, why not? It matches the kit, so I think it goes well. So let's incorporate all 4 of these. I need 6 colors in total, so I'll probably continue using some of the ones that I normally use. I think I'm going to use a light green as well. What other color? Stone and gray. Maybe this rose color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if these 2 colors are too similar. Maybe I'll use periwinkle. Maybe we'll do this. So we'll do these colors. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and put my key over on this side. Oops, since every month we'll be doing a different color, there's no point of me having like what I used to do in here because every month it's going to change anyway. So we'll do key. And first one is going to be unbudgeted. We'll do the periwinkle blue as unbudgeted. Next, we'll have food and groceries are two of the most used ones. So let's do eating out. I think groceries I want to do gold. Groceries. Gas will be this green color. And then we have allowance. And then pups will be red. This is like a really pretty red too. Should I switch the colors? I really want to switch them. We're gonna do allowance is the red one and pups is the gray one instead, just because I know I use allowance more often, so I'd rather just have that as that quarter category. So first category is eating out. Then we have groceries. I also move this over to match the side a lot more, so I don't, just in case you guys notice that is why. And it actually made it fit perfectly too in here, so I'm happy that I did that. So eating out, groceries, we have gas, allowance, pups, and then unbudgeted. So we have them all lined up here. I believe we just got gas today too. Pups. And then unbudgeted. So those are all of the colors for this month. Maybe I'll also put this down. I don't know if I separate them. I don't even know what other categories to put in here anyway. But since I have the washi, I'm just so tempted to just use it. So yeah, we'll just leave this in here for now. And if I figure out what else to track, I can just put those in here. But that is what this looks like so far for December for the monthly view. So let's go ahead and do the dashboard. Let's go ahead and do the dashboard now. So this is a dashboard. This is going to be my first time using this. I'm really excited. I don't really know what I'm doing. I do know I love this red washi though. But let's start with the December header. So there's 3 different sizes. This is the thinnest size, this is like the medium, and then this is the thickest. So I think I want to do the thickest one for up here. I'm going to skip a little bit of space, and then I will put December. That's cute. What else should I put? What else should I use? Maybe for down here, I want to use this red one. Yeah, let's do down here first. So we have this red one, and then do I want to split this down? No, I don't want to do that. I think that's too much. Okay. Oh, I like how this looks. Oh my god, this is really pretty. Okay, that is that red. I have 3 strips of this red one, and I have 2 strips of this white one. This white one is a little bit thinner than that red one too, if you guys can see. It's a little thinner, but let's actually just skip to these boxes. I'm gonna have the same layout as I always have, but the question is which washi. These 2 are the same size, so maybe I'll do these 2 sizes, but this one's not long enough to cover that dot. I don't want to use the thick one though. Maybe I can use this thin washi for that bottom. I could have also just whited it out, but I wasn't really thinking. Okay, so I think I like the way that looks. Maybe next time I should use one of those little cutting blades. I like the way that this looks. This one is going to be for this month. Maybe I'll just use the same size. This one's like the white one, but we'll do the same size. We'll put it here. This one will be for upcoming. Do I want to put that white washi and line the bottom too? Maybe not yet, but let's actually do this other side. I think I'm going to use a last thick washi for this too, since this is a bigger box. And I also don't have as much to track anymore because our HSA, we no longer have our HSA. We zeroed it out to pay for some of Beanie's medical bills. She has more medical bills that we have to pay for, but we're going to just use our savings account for that. We'll do amounts because that's what I'm used to. Is I always put the amounts in here. You can definitely track like cash envelopes or anything else in here too. This is just for any amounts, but for me specifically, amounts is for the amounts for our 401k and for our student loan balance. I want to use these hearts. So I'll cover these dots with these hearts. Maybe I should have did all green. No, that's fine. I'll just leave it. It's down already. Okay, so we have habits, important, saving, spending, credit score. Oh my gosh, I do want to put something else down here. Should I put the same black one? Just to finish it off. Yeah, I have it, so I might as well use it. I actually like that this is thinner too. Is it too much if I use this one to put for here too, just to make this box a little fancier? I am going to do that. Oh my gosh, this actually looks really pretty. Okay, and especially because it ended up being the same color too. I think that looks so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm loving how this is looking. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to split this down, kind of like how I do for previous months, because one side I put this credit score and the other side I track the spendings for the month. Does that look weird? I actually don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I like that. So this is how I have it for the previous months. I have a line down the side, but I want to know, I don't think I really like that. So I think I might just draw a black line down because I think it'll look better. Or should I just not do a line? I don't think I'm going to do a line. Let's just see what it looks like without a line. So we will have a credit score on one side. Oh, you know what I can do that I think will look nice is maybe I can actually separate this out. So let me put this credit score back down, and then let me see what it looks like if I do this. So this is one side, and then let's do the other side. We have it from credit score and one for saving. I think next time I do this, I want to get the X-Acto knife just to have like cleaner cuts. Let's see. Credit score is on one side. I love this. Oh, this looks good. I really like this. Okay, then spendings. We're going to do spendings on the other side. So we still have savings, habits, important. Let's see. I really like that. Okay, so for spendings, I like to calculate it for all three of the categories. So for monthly budget, the monthly budget categories, for the bills, along with the savings, along with the sinking funds. So I'm going to skip that gray because there's so much gray down here. I'm going to use these colors. That looks really cute. I really like that. And then for our credit score, I want to track it on this side for both me and my husband. So we'll put both of those asterisks. And do I want to use anything else in here? Should I put a red washi down there just because I have it? Or is that too much? Let me just put it and see how I like it. So let's just do it for now. Is that a lot? You know, I kind of like it though. I don't remember what it looked like before. Hold on. I think I'm going to keep it without, just because this one has more than the rest. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it without it. It looks really nice with it too. Maybe I'll change it. I don't know. But for right now, let's just leave it like that. And then for credit score, we're going to have un. And then am. And then I'll put our credit score here. The last thing I do want to put is our amounts for our, just like the boxes in here, just to show you guys how I'm going to set it up. I think the green ones look the best and the gold one. We'll do green and gold. So I'm going to use 2 of each. And then we also want to do 2 golds and 2 greens. I think these ones match really well. But essentially, this is just because I want to be able to mark our 401k and our student loan balance for both mine and my husband's. And these amounts I'll be keeping private as well. Oh my gosh, I cannot put these on straight for whatever reason. His 401k, my 401k, his student loans, and my student loans. An and am is just what we call each other in Vietnamese. But that is what this dashboard now looks like. And that is actually going to conclude this video. Oh my gosh, both this video and my 2023 monthly planner setup, both these videos were really long, but this is what it essentially looks like. We have our monthly calendar view with our little key here. I think I might track like bills or maybe the no spend days I have, or what else can you really track in here? I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure it out, but this is what that looks like. Then we have our savings tracker. I will fill this out off camera. Our dashboard. I am in love with the dashboard and being able to customize it how you'd like. I love this. I freaking love this. But this is what this looks like. Then we have our variable income and our December budget. If you guys are still with me at the end of this video, thank you so much. It's definitely been a ride, but thank you so much for hanging in there. For January, the budgeting will be very different because we are actually going to stick with the budget for December, and transferring from and to counts will be a lot easier to follow along. I hope that it is still okay. If you have any questions, definitely do let me know. And thank you so much again. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great day. Hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.